that one of them sweat a lot. Was that Nixon or something on camera the first time that they used television? He sweat a lot and he looked much paler, and Kennedy looked wonderful. I forgot which two it was, but do you think that also now plays in the fact that with video on the web, you better be smooth and nice to look at and
Well, there's no question, as you say in the business world, the campaign had a great product in Barack Obama as the candidate, and the campaign had the right message for the time. And call that maybe luck or brilliance. And then the technology really allowed the campaign to scale this, to touch lots of people. If you look at the numbers, there were over 1 million people involved in the campaign.
Wow.
13 million people participated in the campaign online through these tools. To this day, many companies don't have that level of participation, and these are companies that are household brand names. So the campaign really took this vision of grassroots and technology, merged it very early on, and I think McCain was really challenged by that level of outreach and the advance platform that the Obama folks had built with technology.
Now, you had also mentioned that people from all walks of life quit their jobs, stopped going to school, came out and tried to help out in this campaign, and quite a variety of people.
Yeah, it was really amazing. I had the privilege of traveling around the country in a variety of different states with the campaign, and the campaign attracted an amazing, diverse group of people, but people that were just very bright, very enthusiastic, and really, I met a couple folks that had left medical school and taken 2 semesters off. I know a young gal who left law school at Harvard for 2 semesters to join the campaign, and it just brought these kind of people out in that level of talent in a volunteer capacity, which was really impressive.
So then at what point did you realize that all these things that I'm learning here that he's utilizing in his campaign, businesses really could benefit from all this knowledge? When did that dawn on you to start your own company?
Well, I had the privilege of working both in the field and both in a variety of state headquarters during the campaign, and so I saw it behind the scenes, what it took us to have a presence across many different blogs, to interact with the news media online, to interact with our own site, and to organize people online. And then I also saw it on the front line at events, and when we were doing large-scale phone banks and large-scale canvassing in swing and battleground states, how we were able to organize the people, and actually how people responded amazingly to taking a minor role in the campaign that probably 4 or 8 years earlier, the campaign would have said, if you can't give us a full Saturday, we're not interested. It's just too difficult. Well, we could give people 2 hours of an assignment through this technology to make a series of phone calls or to walk a neighborhood that may be a little bit more comfortable for them. And so that gave everybody a role to do without feeling inferior or superior, and it was that ability to organize literally at the end over 1 million people to work on the campaign the last 90 days.
Wow, so that is empowering people.
Very much so.
Which a business could learn from as well.
Yeah.
And put people in charge of something, give them a little bit of extra chance to do something and shine.
And one of the things that we, in my new company, where we really adopted the vision, myself and a few other founders that saw this in action in the Obama campaign, this is very powerful for everything from membership organizations to nonprofits to consumer-based companies that really have to engage people beyond a static website. I mean, one of the biggest things going on in nonprofit organizations today is the generational shift. Both the generational shift in terms of age and demographics and keeping members and keeping donations and support flowing, and also the shift to where people want to interact. Direct mail simply will not bring the results that it used to, and if you want to capture that generation in their 20s and their early 30s, there's many more channels, and this is where social media and digital content and digital messaging really become important. I mean, some demographics today, and we learned this in the Obama campaign, prefer the mobile device and prefer a cell phone as their means of communication. Well, that's a unique channel even beyond the web in terms of exercising digital media to deliver a message and to deliver your content and to stay in contact with someone. So it's the ground is really shifted, both in terms of the need to enroll people and engage people and the methods of doing that now.
And I'd imagine that a lot of people think that social media and that is a kid thing. You know, the 20-year-olds are doing it, but my mother is on Facebook. And that's scary. It's very scary. But at the same time, there's a large demographic of women that are soccer moms and grandmas and everything, sharing pictures. And now they're learning how to use this technology, and it's growing and growing at that age group.
Well, it's when you think back, it's amazing, the adoption. I mean, Facebook today, I think, is now crossing 400 million people. Well,
wow.
There's 320 or 330 million people in the United States.
Wow.
And that's all happened in 4 or 5 years. So you're absolutely right. Today, if grandparents and families want to stay in touch with their children, Facebook is the mechanism that has really brought people together. If you're in business today, or if you're in a neighborhood, Twitter is a very effective tool.
That's a question. Why tweet? That's my big question, because people are, why aren't you tweeting? It's like, I have so much else to do. I have the Facebook, I have the emails, I have, texting. I've just learned to text. Now tweeting. What is the need for tweeting? Could you elaborate on that a little
Well,
bit?
I think tweeting is actually just getting started. If you think about it, it's real great use, and we've heard great stories in Iran, in Haiti, in Congress, in here in San Francisco with taco trucks.
Oh, yeah.
Anything that's really occurring in the moment, tweeting is a phenomenal real-time mechanism to engage lots of people. Now, if your life is a little bit more on a 24 or 5-day clock, maybe tweeting isn't the best means, and you're not that active. But if you're a congressman in Congress and you're involved in some very contentious legislation, getting your message out now, think about it, is very instantaneous. You could have 50,000 constituents following you, and you can get it out faster than a press release. You can get it out in front of CNN or your local news station to get your word out. Or if you're the taco truck in the Mission District and you're running a special at a certain street corner tonight, you can let your community of 50 or 100 people that love your tacos know where you're at and what's going on. And that's really powerful when you think about what it would have cost to broadcast that on the radio or other traditional means.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Love the taco trucks. El Toyanes, that's my favorite on Harrison Street. But I did have Bill Hortz was on here, and he did a cowgirl potato chips, or Who's Your Daddy potato chips. He started out just because he was laid off of work and started selling them in Dolores Park, and then started tweeting, and he sells out every time he tweets where he's going to be, these handmade potato chips with bacon. Hi, Bill. Anyway, it's amazing to use it as a business. So let's get to the part of the business. Now, Civio is someone that helps businesses learn how to take all of this huge arena of media, social media, video, everything, and make it work for you. So what is the first thing somebody would do if they have a business that might help them get tuned in or turned on to all of this? That's
a great question. I mean, one of the things today is it's all about the data. If you follow the folks at Google or Facebook or Twitter, it's building that network. Because now you have the tools to really communicate directly with folks, as opposed to a broadcast means or traditional media. So you can really treat people as individuals or treat them based on their preferences. So the first thing, whether you're a small business or the taco truck, is really just start to build your customers in an online fashion, whether that's appropriate on your own website, through Facebook or through Twitter, or through SMS, whatever the channel that's appropriate for your customers or your demographics or the lifestyle of your business or your product. Once you start to build that data, then determine the channel that's really best suited to them. In the case of broader products, it might be 2 or 3 or 4 different channels. You may need to have a website. You may need to tweet for in-the-moment types of conversations. You may want to have a Facebook network so people can share and get many others involved in what you're doing, whether it's a nonprofit organization or a small business or a larger organization.
Moving forward, using all my breath. Making love to you was never second best.